Why are the kids always the first one to see ghosts? Does that mean the ghosts love kids? Or simply they does that because they are easy to scare? I googled it. The results were not that surprising though. Studies have shown that the kids say them more often than the adults. Maybe that is because we adults have a tendency to believe only what we want to believe and see what we want to see. When I was a kid, 7 years old probably, I also experienced something paranormal. Yes, I know, if I were you, it would have been hard for me to believe it as well. But I cannot just rule out that I had seen it with my own eyes just because it's hard to believe. People tend to ignore anything a kid has to say about seeing a real ghost. But what if they are all real? Today, I'm going to share something I have experienced. It was the annual sports day. A sunny, fresh morning it was. I used to eagerly wait for that particular day every year until that day. We had to report at 7 a.m. Yes, I had a morning school. I had to get up early nearly every day of the year, except on Saturdays and Sundays and vacations, of course. But I am more of a night owl than an early riser still now. That was the only day I used to get up all pumped up. Like every year, our annual sports began with the morning prayer, followed by march past, and then, finally, after the drill practice was over, it was the time for break. We called it the tiffin time. We used to have our tiffin in the tents that were organized for us. After having the tiffin, we could run in the playground, do whatever we want, but we had to finish our tiffin first. So I was playing with my friends some stupid game, maybe lock and key or something, then suddenly one of us had to use the washroom. We asked our teacher if we were allowed to go on our own, and she didn't stop us. That's when it happened, without any warning. Now, the place I'm referring to is in Kolkata. If you are a resident of Kolkata, it's most likely that you have already heard various stories about this stadium's unusual sightings. Somehow, all these incidents took place in the stadium's washroom. But we were not familiar with those stories back then. The stadium is very big. The washrooms were located under the sitting area of the stadium. The main door was a large iron door with hollow designs. It was made in such a way that everyone could see how it was from inside through the door. Behind the door were a series of washrooms. We raced towards the door. I was the first one to reach there. I tried to open the main door, but it was locked. I pushed the door and it didn't open. Very little light could enter inside, and the washroom lights were also turned off. It was dark, but it was clear that the rooms were covered with spiderweb, dirt, and muddy footprints. There were 2 or 3 big spiders also hanging from the waves. It was really creepy. My palms were all dirty and grey. I should not have touched that gate. I turned back and waved at my friends to show them the gates were locked when suddenly I heard a flush sound. It was very weird because the main door was locked. I again turned back and saw a girl. She smiled at me and told me, "Now you can go." She was of my height and we were wearing the same school uniform. I asked her if it was clean and she said yes. I asked her her name and got to know that she was my junior. It's strange because I have never seen her before. I walked past her towards the main door again. Thinking maybe I didn't check it properly, I pushed the door instead of pulling it. Maybe. This time, I saw the big lock and tried to open it. It was impossible to open it. I said out loud, "How did you open this? Can you help me open it again?" No one answered. I turned back. There was no one. I was the only one standing there. A cold breeze touched my face. It gave me goosebumps. I could feel the chill on my spine. I started running where my friends were standing and asked them if they saw any girl passing by. The answer scared me from the core. They were standing there the entire time, but they saw no one with me. I started running towards the tent without answering their questions. It was like something was chasing me. I told others about what has happened with me there, but no one believed. They thought I was thinking too much. Everyone laughed it away. That was not my imagination. The next day was a holiday. The day after that, I went to school and searched for that girl. I asked my juniors about her. They were hearing the name for the first time. So was I. I never saw her again. The more I think about that incident, the more it becomes a mystery to me. No one saw her except me. I have heard of ghosts invading privacy in the middle of the night. Maybe that was the first time it showed itself in the afternoon.
If you like this video, do not forget to like and share. Otherwise, the ghost will haunt you. And for more such content, click on the subscribe button. Do not forget to click on the bell icon.